Boom, boom. Welcome. Come on in the room. I'm excited to talk to you. It's my winning season. It's my winning season. All right, let me stop this. It's my winning season. It's my winning season. My favorite part of that song is everything attached to me wins. All right, here we go. Welcome. What I'm going to be talking about today is unlocking your 100K months. And I'm super excited to talk about this. So I'm going to just start diving in because I don't want to keep you guys for long today. Grab a pen if you don't already have a pen. What I want you to understand today is that the results you seek to attain this year are still available to you. And we're going to talk about how to do that today. But first, I want to let you guys know that I am going to be giving away one of these again today. So a Believe t-shirt, because I'm in this season of just anchoring belief in my own life. We're doing that inside of my community with my clients as well. And I want to pass some of that along with you because I'm understanding and realizing that belief becomes this secret sauce. So how do you get access to one of these? Just chat it up with me, right? So comment, share. What I want you to do is use the hashtag Kaching. If you use the hashtag Kaching, then I will, every time you do that, it's going to register you to be able to get one of these shirts. So I'll pick a winner at the end. And I'm also going to give away one of these babies. Hey, Bissy, I'm going to give away a Believe mug today. Same thing. So hashtag Kaching. I'm going to type it so that you guys know what I mean. It's like money. Hashtag Kaching. And then whatever takeaway, revelation, something that hits home with you, just share it. And as long as you have the hashtag, you will be entered in to either win one of the Believe mugs or the Believe t-shirt. So Kaching, and then whatever comes up for you that hit home for you. I'm going to go ahead and take that off. I haven't done this in a while. So I want to kind of talk about how I got to this journey of teaching what I teach, because it's a lot of what I'm going to share today about unlocking your potential, your capacity, the possibility for you to do more than you ever dreamed possible, and those 100K months that so many of you have been sharing with me that you desire to create in your business. For some of you, it just may be consistent freaking revenue every month. So for those of you guys who don't know me, I'm Shamika Tankerson, and one of the things that I do that I'm known for is working with really ambitious powerhouse business owners to help them to crush doubt and to activate 100% confidence to sell more of their services at a bigger price point and with zero freaking apologies. And so here's the thing that led me to this place. Over the years of my work of helping women particularly grow their businesses and their sales, there's a pattern that I started to notice. And it was a pattern that I recognized because I also recognized it within myself. No matter how talented they were, no matter how experienced they are, when they showed up to work with me, many of them were very resistant to taking the big, bold actions or the steps in that their businesses needed to grow to that next level of the vision that they desired, that vision that they had inside of them. And it was literally because of one simple yet incredibly powerful belief. And the belief is this: deep down, lurking under the surface of all of that badassness, all of their confidence, these are incredible women that I'm talking about. Deep down, lurking under the surface, they didn't think they were good enough. They didn't think they were experienced enough. They didn't think they were credentialed enough. They didn't think they were popular enough. They didn't think they were known enough. They didn't think they were ready enough. There was some sort of conversation about this. Is this enough? Am I enough? Right? And so what I want you to kind of lean in and listen to me about around this topic is, you may be super confident, but this understanding that I got about this is this: your beliefs, both conscious and unconscious. See, there's beliefs that you know you have, and then there's a level of beliefs that are packed away tight, lurking under the surface, that only reveal themselves through your thoughts and behaviors, through the actions that you take or don't take. Those beliefs are impacting your courage to go for what you want, your certainty that it can happen absolutely for you, and your confidence to walk in it without fear, to walk in it without fear of judgment, to walk in it without fear of ridicule, to walk in it without fear of a backlash. And so what I understand is if you don't get a handle on them, trust and believe, they are chipping away at your self-esteem. They're chipping away ever so slightly at your confidence, your power, and so much more. And so that realization, both for myself and the women that I was working with, that realization shifted me from simply working on sales strategy, like, here, do this, do that, say this, say that, because it wasn't working, right? So I shifted from just simply working on sales strategy in my clients' businesses to the work that I do now around these secret, often hidden, sneaky little fears, power, and belief. That's what I work around: fear, power, and belief. These things, again, they reveal themselves and they show up when it's time for you to up level. So the biggest challenge is that, and I want you to hear me, because if you're here seeking 100K months, if you're here seeking like your next level of impact in your business, which is going to be shown in your bank account, honestly, the biggest challenge is that your deep underlying beliefs are holding you back from that next level of clients, income, success, and legacy that you truly desire. And my job, which is why I teach how I teach, why I show up like I show up, is to uproot all of that, to get you out of your own way so that you can have everything that you desire, so that you can create it, but not just create it, not in the hustle mode, but with flow, with ease, with an ease that almost seems too good to be true. And like, make no mistake about it, this work, the work that I do, it isn't easy, right? It's simple, but not easy. But here's what I know. And it's not always pretty when we go through it. And you've been hearing me talk about this as we've been doing this Believe series. We've been talking to my clients and they've been sharing some behind the scenes. And we're going to continue that conversation with our next session, which is tomorrow. But here's what I know: the results are amazingly incredible and beautiful. So welcome, guys. I just wanted to share that with you because I want you to have an understanding of who you're talking to and why I do what I do. So again, today we're talking about unlocking 100K months, and I'm going to give you some simple truths to do that. Today, I want to start off with this, though. I want to reveal the biggest lie that is being perpetrated right now that's keeping business owners just like you stuck during this time. You know, you might be feeling stuck. You may be feeling like, okay, I'm not quite sure what to do. You may have been in planning mode for a little while. I've seen people post things like, man, I don't even want to buy a 2021 planner until I see, you know, how this year is going to shake. Oh no, it was like, I don't want to buy a 2021 planner until I see the trailer for it, right? And so somehow there's a belief, a collective belief that people have held on to, because I'm not going to say we've all, because I haven't, that 2020 has been just this awful year. And yeah, there's been some setbacks. There's been some things that have shown up, but the power lies in how you respond to those things. Did you buy into that collective story that, oh my gosh, all my goals have to go out of the window? Or did you decide to just keep moving forward, taking what was given to you and creating what you could? So here is the biggest lie. The biggest lie is that people aren't buying right now, that people are holding on to every penny right now, that people are, you know, being very like leery about investing in things. And so when you hear those stories, what happens is it anchors a belief inside of you that says, oh, this is true. And then you start to behave in a way that's in alignment with that belief. You don't sell your services. You lower all your prices. You create these one-off products and programs for $97 or $4.97 because that's all people can afford right now. And I have to tell you, that is not the truth. Yeah, Bissy said, I sure haven't thrown 2020 out the window. Heck no, you already hit 6 figures this year. Of course you haven't, right? I haven't thrown 2020 out of the window. And so I want you guys to understand, if that is the case, that you're staring down right now, that 2020 has just been this awful year, or however you're going to decide it, like it sent you for a tailspin. I want you to go back to the moment that you decided that that was the way that it was going to be. I know you want to like jump off this call and not talk to me, but there's truth in what I'm saying, right? I think the more I trigger you, the more you want to follow that thread. If you buy into the lie it sort of becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy because you take action in accordance with that belief. And then your results reflect your decision to believe the lie. Here's the thing. I know this probably better than anyone because I used to listen to all the things that people said on the outside about when you could sell and when you couldn't sell. You know, I wouldn't sell during the summer months because you can't do a workshop or sell during the summer months because people are focused more on being home with their kids, so they don't invest in programs. You can't sell during the holidays because people are focused more on being with their families, so and investing in, you know, holiday season stuff. So they're not looking for business support or sales support. And so many, like, you can't sell during Mother's Day season and graduation season. And there's just all these rules that people can heap on you that if you buy into it, your actions will start to line up. And so my actions started to line up with all those things. We get close, we get over the hump of Mother's Day and Father's Day, and then I try to sell some stuff and try to start back again. And then we get into like the summertime, and then I go, oh, whoa, Nelly, people aren't buying right now. And I'd slow down again until summer was just about over, end of August. September, I'd start to rev up again, and then boom, we're in the holiday season, and I'd stop again. And one day I just decided to stop listening to other people. You know, where I ended up by doing that was struggling and stuck, waiting on this small window to market my services that never really came. And this year with the pandemic and everything else that was going on, it was almost the same situation. You can hear this loud bustle around you of people dictating to you what was now going on. The economy is this, people believe this. And it's always these grand generalizations. And in my camp, we just decided that that wasn't the story we were going to focus on, because you do get what you focus on. And because of that, we have all, me included, created some record-breaking sales months in 2020 during a crisis, during a pandemic. When I listened to that stuff before, it kept me struggling. It kept me playing small. And it wasn't until I stopped listening that I began to get real traction and hit my revenue goals in my business in any freaking season and any economy. I still sell during Christmas time. As a matter of fact, December is usually one of my biggest months of the year. November and December are typically one of my biggest months of the year. I stopped listening and start listening to my own inner guidance and my own intuition. It's not sticking your head in the sand, right? But how could we, in a week of starting this pandemic and quarantine, already know that we needed to lower our prices? Like, that didn't make any sense. And there are some industries that maybe that did affect them because they couldn't work at all. But for those of us who have always been working at home or in this transformational space, honey, I'm here to tell you that then and even now more than ever, your people need you. Your people need you. And so I wanted to start with that lie. You know, I used to be afraid to sell anything during holiday season, but that was when I was in fear-based thinking. That's also when I was broke, right? That's when I wasn't hitting my monthly goals. Those were the times, of course, when I couldn't find clients anywhere. Nobody wants to buy. Everybody doesn't have money, all of those things. And I just have to say that this year, that hasn't been the case for me, even though I can hear it all around me. And I truly believe that you get what you focus on. But here's what I want to tell you. I stopped listening to other people's fears and apprehensions and started following my own intuition. So that's the thing I want to gift you, is you don't have to buy into the collective story anytime you don't want to. You get to choose and decide. And who you surround yourself with actually makes all the difference during times like this. The results you set out to attain this year, I'm going to say it again, are still available to you. I'm going to say that again. The results, because I want you to think about what they were in January, that you set out to attain this year are still available to you. Will you believe that? Starting right now, they're still available to you. And here's the deal. If 2020 has not awakened you, shine a light, open your eyes to some things, I don't know what will. What I get, and what's kind of gives me a little giggle, is 2020 has exposed us. And I remember coming into this year and everybody had a word, and like, it was a year of vision and it was a year, but you didn't realize how deep the vision was going to go. When I say expose, what I mean is if you think about an X-ray machine, right? That exposure goes so deep, it goes down to the bones. When you think about going into a dark room and doing the exposure for the pictures to reveal what's present, what's not seen, you thought it was the year of perfect vision. You thought it was the year of sight. The reality of it is it's the year of exposure. It is exposing what needs to be healed in our society and likely what needs to be healed inside of you. It's exposing the holes, the cracks, the crevices, the places where inside of your business and the way that you operate, there's leaks, there's gaps. All of that has been exposed, especially if you're not on track for your goals. It's all been exposed. The question is, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? Because in the midst of all that's going on this year, all the crazy, like I get 2020 has been crazy and insane, but in a good way for me, right? In a good way. Yeah, I want to travel more. I don't want to be here. I'd rather be in Greece or somewhere else. That part I don't like. But what I've done to curtail that is I've been decorating my house. I'm like, I've never bought so many house decorations. I'm like, I need a fluffy rug, right? So what I want you to understand is it's been good it's been insane in a good way, right? Not only have my clients been celebrating record-breaking sales, months, quarters, years, weeks, sales, and I'm talking about in the crux of the pandemic in April, May, June, and still continuing into now. I giggle because it floors me, but we chose what we wanted to believe and focus on. And with that, we created the results that we currently have. So not only has that been happening with my clients, but even in my own business, like I've had, and some of you may experience this in your life and in your business where you have up, down money months, right? And so for me, I just thought, okay, that's a normal pattern. I'll have months where I do a big launch and I'll have, big 100K months, multiple 100K months. And then I'll have those steady months where it's 20, 30, 50, 60, maybe even 80K months. And then, when we do the big things like my event and some other things, like when I play big 3 times a year, those will be larger sales months. And so I didn't really have that consistency of consistently selling a 6-figure month, but throughout the sales, throughout the whole year, we were able to do $500,000 a year. This year, I just decided that I wanted to up the game and make my ceiling my floor, where 100K is the minimum expectation in my business. And literally, from the start of the pandemic till now, we've been doing over 100K a month every single month, like clockwork. And so what I want you to understand is it is time for you to unlock the possibility that's in your business this year. You don't have to wait for a clean slate for next year. You don't have to wait for somebody to announce to you that, okay, everything's okay now. You can go back to dreaming like you used to. You can go back to trying to hit those same goals that you used to hit. It can happen now. And it starts with this decision. So this call, this training, this talk that we're having right now is about unlocking those 100K months, unlocking the potential for you to hit the goals that you set for yourself this year, right? And this is not about you being in fear, or it's not about you having regret or remorse about having to catch up. So I don't want you to heap that, okay, I said I was going to do 6 figures, so now I have to do this much, double. None of that. I want to show you how to anchor in this certainty, this confidence, this trust and belief that will allow you to collapse time and create as much money as you want, as fast as you want it, anytime that you want it. First thing I want to share is this, or the next thing I want to share is this. You would not have been given the desire if the means to fulfill it didn't already exist. Write that down. I wouldn't have this desire if the means to get it wasn't there. You would not have been given the desire if the means to get it didn't exist. If the means to fulfill that desire it's already present. You don't have to even create it. You just have to become aware to it. And I know I'm going to be talking a little bit crazy for some of you, but just stick with me. You have the desire because the possibility of you creating it is present. You can do it. That's what that means. You can do it. Let's boil it down to that. I'm going to read you two quotes from a book that I've been reading. I have the book here, but I'm not going to go into it. It's kind of become it's on the side of my bed. I'm reading it every night. It's A Happy Pocket Full of Money. If you can go get it, read it, even if it doesn't make sense to you now. I read it for the first time 8 years ago. And I think it was about 8 years ago. I need to go look and see for sure. I'm pretty sure that's it. 8 years ago. And it didn't make much sense to me then. But reading it now, as I've evolved and up-leveled in my wealth consciousness thinking and understanding of how things work and how I am at cause for creating things in my life, I'm like highlighting. I have a highlighter. I'm highlighting pages. It's like jumping out at the page at me. I see you guys posting stuff. I'm like missing it. And so I'm going to read you two excerpts from this. And I really hope what I'm sharing with you today lights a fire under your behind, not to go run around like a chicken with your head cut off to try to recreate what you thought you'd do by the end of this year, but to move in power from now until the end of this year. That's what I want for you. When you move in power and certainty, anything is possible. That's what I want to bestow on you with this talk that I'm giving you today. So, two quotes from A Happy Pocket Full of Money. First one is this: your goals are a prophecy of what you shall one day become. Your goals are a prophecy of what you shall one day become. Question is, do you even have goals, and are they clear? And are they written as if it's a done deal or as a hope? Your goals are a prophecy of what you shall one day become. So you got to get crystal clear right now. What is it that 2020 is going to be for you? What's already done in 2020 for you? No questions about it. It's a done deal. It's a done deal, right? So what is it? Is it revenue? Is it number of clients? We're talking about business, so I want to stay there. And there could be health goals and other things too, but your goals are a prophecy of what you are to become. So if you throw 2020 out the window, what do you think 2020 is going to give you? Come on, somebody, watch your language. We can't throw it out the window, because right now we're creating what is to be, right? What I experience around me right now, and I'm going to talk about that in a little bit, is what I already created before, right? It's the result, not the cause. So you get to create what's coming. So get clear. What is the goal? Because your goals are a prophecy of what you shall one day become. And it's not, this is what I'm planning on doing. This is not, here's what I hope to do. This is it, right? I'm a 6-figure a month business owner, period. I create 6 figures a month. It's what I do. It's who I am. Not I hope to, or maybe if I can. How you speak that, how you declare it, how you sit in that, in your knowing, is a prophecy of what you shall one day become. And I won't even get into like being double-minded about it. Like, is it going to happen? Oh my gosh, my fear, my this, I don't know. All of that just negates it all. Second quote from A Happy Pocket Full of Money. Simply know where you're going, and the answers as to how you will get there will come to you in their own time. Don't worry about it. Simply believe that you will get there. I'm going to read that one again because I think it's super powerful. I want it to anchor in. So stop what you're doing, even if you're writing, because you can replay this again, right? It's being recorded. I want your subconscious to take this in, because this is where my overachieving high achievers get stuck. You're like trying to get all the answers and all the steps so you don't move. You don't move in alignment with the goals that you set for yourself. And that's why you're stuck where you are if you're still at the same level, right? Simply know where you're going. That's it. We just said it. Your goals are a prophecy. This is where I'm going, right? I know that we're building a multi-million-dollar business. So simply know where you're going. And the answers as to how you will get there will come to you in their own time. Don't worry about it. Simply believe that you will get there. That's one of the hardest things for people to do, is to set a goal, trust that it's coming. Most people focus on their outer strategy to create big results. A launch, a Facebook ads. What should I write in my emails? I need to put a funnel together. The greatest, latest tactic. Should I do a podcast? Do YouTube, Facebook Live, or Instagram stories? Which one is the best? What about LinkedIn? Everybody says LinkedIn is the place to be. And your focus is on all of these things like it's the hope. Your hope is in the things instead of in the knowing. And the truth is all of those things work. They all do. And then none of them work. None of them work if your inner game and your self-leadership is not on point. When your inner game and self-leadership is on point, you can use any of those channels and have all the clients that you desire. When your inner game, your mindset, your self-leadership, your self-talk is off, I don't care what strategy you use, none of them will work. So here's the one simple truth, the simple truths that I want to give you that's going to allow you to collapse time and allow you to hit your goals this year. Write this word down, because I feel like this is the thing that lacks most when it comes to business strategy and creating, because we don't want to talk about it because it's a little out there. The word is trust. Trust. Now, I'm going to break it down in a practical, but I want you to post this word everywhere so that when doubt creeps in, can I really hit 6 figures this year? Can I really hit 6 figures this month? Right? I told you guys we're working on our 4th consecutive 6-figure month. I'm like, that's what I do, 6-figure months. I think we're like halfway there right now. Right? Last month we did it really fast. This month it's not as fast, but I'm not like, oh my gosh, I might not hit 6 figures. Right? Trust. Trust, trust, trust. So I'm going to break this down into practical areas to show trust, to demonstrate trust, right? Trust, trust, trust. So trust in the knowing that it's done. No, oh my gosh, I'm 4 weeks away from my program starting and I don't have any sales. Okay. You got 4 weeks, right? When you get into that worry, now you're focused on the lack. And in every moment, you're creating what is to come. So you've got to focus on the knowing that it's done. One of the ways that I do this is I future pace every morning. Future pacing is journaling or writing out and envisioning. So I do 3 levels of this. I journal and write out. Right? I usually do that once. I don't journal and write out every day. And then I rehearse, right? So there's rehearsing and pacing, right? So then I rehearse it. So I read it and then I have it audibly playing, right? So I may speak it, I'll record it, and then I'll play it a few times a day, what my future looks like. Because my subconscious brain does not know the difference between what's real and fake. And I won't go into that. All it knows is this is our reality. It's affirming what I'm putting in every single day. And so I rehearse it over and over and over again. It's anchoring that trust that it's done, right? And it's written in present tense. Again, not that I will do, but I am this, and this is what it is. My attention goes only to that which I desire to create, and in knowing that it's done, not in, okay, here's what I want you to understand. My attention goes only to what I desire to create. That's it. Not what I'm fighting against. Oh my gosh, I wish these kind of clients wouldn't show up. I don't talk about any of that stuff. Oh my gosh, I'm this much money away from my goal. None of that. It only goes to the desire to create the 6-figure month. That's it. The desire to enroll 30 people into the mastermind or whatever. That's the only focus I'm giving. It's done. There will be 30 people in the mastermind. There will be like whatever that is. And not in a, oh my gosh, I got to get it done kind of way. Not in a wanting kind of way. Not in like, I really want this to happen, but in a knowing way. Done and done. So trust. Think about trust. If you've ever done a trust exercise where you have to fall back into somebody's arms, right? There's like you letting go and trusting that it's there. You trust that when you get ready to sit in a chair, when your butt hits it, it's going to be sitting there. You don't even think about it. You trust that when you wake up in the morning, and you put your feet down, that you're not going to fall into an abyss of eternity. You trust that the floor is there without even thinking about it. That's how you must trust in the knowing that your goals will come to pass. With me? So trust in the knowing that it's done. The next level on the practical side is trust in the knowing that it's eventually going to happen. So I have a friend who always says eventuality, like everything is an eventuality. And so I am in this, like, I don't know how, I don't know when, like, it's not my job to know the when, but I will have a multi-million-dollar business, because here's what I know about source. So if I trust in eventuality, I leave that open to source, right? Source can create the multi-million-dollar tomorrow. Man wants to put a cap on it, right? We want to pick an arbitrary date to make ourselves feel good. Or if you're an ultra high achiever like me, you pick a date that puts you under pressure to go get it, right? I'm going to fill a program and it's going to start, what's today? August. We're going to start September 15th. How many of you guys have done that? Stop it. So trust in the eventuality. So my friend Varian always says that it's everything is an eventuality, right? So trust that it like, okay, great. Maybe 2020 didn't look like it, but that doesn't mean I throw everything out with the bathwater and go, maybe I'm not a 6-figure-a-month business owner. Maybe I'm not a multi-million-dollar business. I'm like, no, it's coming. Right? That keeps me out of that wanting state. So trust in eventuality. So trust in the knowing that it's done, and then trusting in eventuality. I am doing all of my part, like my 6-figure month. We're halfway there, right? I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do to make sure that it happens. So I trust in an eventuality. Whether it happens this week or next week, it's going to happen this month. It's not going to happen. I'm not even thinking about the possibility of it not happening. I trust in the eventuality. It will happen. Right? That takes that pressure off, that focus on the negative, the opposite of what you want. So trusting in an eventuality. And then my next trust that I want to give you guys. So trust in the knowing that it's done, trust in the knowing that it will happen eventually, right? The eventuality. The last one is trust in the knowing of who you are and whose you are. Trust in the knowing of who you are and whose you are. We get confused about our identity. You're a powerful creator. You are an heir to, like, everything you desire to have exists already. So like trusting in the knowing of, like, I am who I am. You know, I can create. I'm a go-getter. I'm determined. I am this. Then what happens is when you trust in the knowing of who you are, and I'm going to show you some opposites of this so you get the understanding. When you trust in the knowing of who you are, nothing on the outside can shake you. So when you know that you're not trusting in the knowing, this is how you know you're outside of that. You post something on social media, somebody gives you a negative comment, and it sends you into a tailspin. Maybe they tell you they don't believe that. Maybe it doesn't matter what they say. Like, oh, I would never buy that or anything. And then all of a sudden you are like flapping in the wind with, maybe I should have posted it differently. Oh, maybe I should delete that post. You're not in the trust and the knowing of who you are. When you trust in the knowing of who you are, setbacks, failures, and disappointments can't thwart you. It can't rock the boat because you're on a solid foundation. When somebody tells you, I can't afford it, or, oh my gosh, that's so expensive, you're like, next. Like, there's no outside forces can't shake you when you trust in the knowing of who you are. So when you don't, you give yourself these false identities. And I want you to watch what you say out of your mouth. That's the only way you can do this, with not the only way, but that's one of the ways that you can really anchor this trust, is watch your tongue. Because life and death are in the power of the tongue. Your dream, your goal, your vision that you want to create by the end of this year is either going to live or die by the power of your tongue. You're out there saying, I'm confused. That creates a state of confusion. I don't know what to do. That creates a state of self-doubt. Can I really do this? Right? So I want to explain this again. The experiences that you have right now are the cause of what you already created. So what you were saying back in March when we went on quarantine about, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? My business is going to suck. Do you remember all that stuff you said then? Especially for those of you guys who aren't where you thought you would be. Okay. You're living your self-fulfilling prophecy right now. But here's the gift in that. Here is the gift. The gift is the moment you have is now. Now is creating your future. So the now you have that you're experiencing is a creation of your past thoughts, behaviors, and words, language out of your mouth, right? You created that. Because when we think and say things, it gets into our subconscious and then we act in alignment with those things. The economy is bad, slash my prices. People aren't buying, don't make offers. Don't make offers on sales calls, don't make offers publicly. You did all those things, right? Charge cheaper, give people half off. All of those things were things you did based on those beliefs, those thoughts, and the words that you said. So if you want to recreate your end of this year, you get to start right now in this moment. And then every day that you're living, you know that you're creating what's next. It's that eventuality thing, but in a different way. So the way that I look at it is I'm like, great, where I am right now is amazing. And I'm watching what I'm thinking, how I'm behaving, and what I'm saying so that it's in alignment with that multi-million-dollar business owner. Because when I get to experience that, it's because of what I was doing, saying, thinking in the past, who I was being in the past. So today is it's not your cause, it is your effect. Today is not your cause, it is your effect. So what happens is you see your effect and then you let it go internally into your mind like you suck, you're not doing a good job, something must be wrong, I must need to go buy something from somebody else to fix me and fix my problem. But what you don't realize is your effect of today is from decisions you already made. You're not broken today. That's from past limited thinking. That's from past behavior, right? Self-doubt. So today, your focus doesn't need to be on what you did in the past or what you lack today. Your focus needs to be on what you're creating so that it begins to create it for you. Oh my gosh. All right. I know I'm going way too deep. Okay. So the thing I want you to understand is all action is taken from alignment of this place that I'm talking about. Right? There's no action that contradicts the creation of the thing that you're trying to create. You have to be in alignment to take the action that's going to get you 200K months. Doesn't mean working 24/7, right? It means, this is what it means when people say, decide and choose from her or him, your future you, right? Because right now you're creating what future you is going to experience because cause, right? Cause, effect. The law of cause and effect is, it just is. So today you are at cause for what you're going to be experiencing in December, in January. Okay. So you still have time. I'm going to wrap this up. You still have time if you focus on the right thing. So what I want you to do right now is write down the goal. Write down the goal. What is it that you want to create? Write down the ways in which you can accomplish the goal and then focus. Use all this thing, this eventuality, the trust, the knowing, your focus of your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, what you say with your mouth on this is a done deal. There's nothing that's going to get in the way of that. And go for it like nobody's business and don't care what anybody thinks about you or what people are saying is happening in the economy around you. None of that matters. I had a person show up about a month ago and give me a script for overcoming the objection that I don't have money right now due to COVID. And I was like, that's really interesting. I haven't had any conversations with anyone like that. I've not had one objection, a COVID objection at all, but I'm not focused on it. I wasn't focused on it, nor did I want to take that in and go, oh yeah, this is good for me to have in my back pocket. I was like, nah, I don't need that. Not buying into that, right? And this is not me like not being in reality. COVID's all around me. But I also understand this, what I'm sharing with you right now. Okay. So what's the goal? And don't let anything on the outside inform your actions and your behavior. So you know the goal, and then you move right into the creation of that. Remember, your current circumstances are a product of past thinking, behavior, and actions. Today, you can begin creating your future now. You have complete control over what the next few months will look like for you. Your results for the end of this year, for 2021, they are starting right now in this moment with what you believe, what you trust in, and how you behave. What you do now is a reflection of what your first quarter is going to look like for sure, for certain. That's it. That's how you unlock it. You watch me put all those case studies and testimonials up of my clients. Some of them are on this call right now. This is how we did it. This is how we did it. Consistently working on self-leadership. That's why I say I'm an expert in sales leadership and defeating doubt. Self-leadership. Shifting our focus, anchoring belief, trusting and knowing it's done. Feelings and emotions come up, right? But we recalibrate. Trusting and knowing. This is how you unlock 100K months. It's not going to be strategy. Strategy will be a piece of it. But I promise you, when you get this part right, pretty much any strategy works. You know, in my highest level programs, I have one place where you can go learn strategy from me, and that's sales school. And the rest of my programs, there's not a piece of content in there. You know, I may teach something that comes up for me, you know, or something that I'm reading in a book or something like that. But we're focused on becoming. We're focused on who do we need to become today? Who do we need to be today so that we can become tomorrow? That's what we do. All right. That's all, folks. So I'm going to give away these things. Let's see. There's lots of stuff. Let me see. I see this cause and effect. Where's my ka-chings, guys? You missed it, huh? All right. So maybe I'll do them even without ka-chings. I'm going to give away a t-shirt. I'm going to put them both up. And a mug. Boom. We're going to do them both. Hey, y'all. Hey. Who wants it? Who wants it? I saw a couple more. Hey, Sean. I don't know if you're still here. Sean's in the house. I know you barely remember who I am, but I know who you are since you were a teenager. Let's see what else is here. All right, here we go. This is like ka-ching, 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 ka-ching. All right, here we go. 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 We're going to do the mug first. So Believe mug. So here's what I need from you. If you end up winning the Believe mug, I just need you to message me with your address. So name and address so that we can get it out into the mail to you. And if you win the t-shirt, I'm going to say this again when we get to the t-shirt. If you win the t-shirt, what I need from you is your shirt size. And also your mailing address so that we can get it out to you. All right, so Believe mug is going to Janet Mohappy Banks. You are the winner of the Believe mug. Yay, here we go. We got to celebrate all winners. I always tell my clients, the loudest person celebrating other people's wins is next in line. Instead of like first one dealt it, smelt it. Remember when you used to do that when you were a kid? Don't lie, you know you used to. We're like, the loudest cheerleader is next. So we're like, yes! Okay, Believe t-shirt. Here we go. Boom. Go, 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 go. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Dun, 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 dun. I'm gonna play Jeopardy. Do 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 do. Kimberly Anderson, you are the winner of the Believe t-shirt. Yay, Kimberly! Woo-hoo. Okay, I'm gonna be doing these every time I go live. Every Tuesday, I'll be giving them away. Maybe one, maybe both. Today, I felt generous. So Kimberly and Jeanette, please message me. Kimberly, please send me your size. Jeanette, congratulations, you guys. I'm trying to put this down. There it is. Anyway, so that's it for today, guys. Thank you for hanging out with me. I'm going to put this up one more time. I know when I do these trainings where I'm like, here's how you're going to create your 100K months. You guys have pen in hand and you want me to show you, like, you're going to put up this landing page and the funnel, and then you're going to say this when you message people. When you come from this place, if this is your come from, all of that becomes easy. You're not worrying about what to write, what to say, what to do next, because you're in this space of like deep knowing and trust, and it changes the freaking game. It changes the freaking game. So thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I'll see you tomorrow for part 2 of the Believe series. I think we're going live at 1 p.m. Pacific time. For those of you who are listening on the podcast, just wait for the next episode. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later. Bye. Thank you so much for watching my show, my channel. Here's what I want you to do. If you really love what you've been listening to, I want you to subscribe to my channel and leave me a comment. No, really, leave a comment, like right now. I'm not gonna stop talking until you leave a comment. Seriously, leave a comment.